Look at that. What a noise it makes as well. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Tower Simulator 3. I wanted to try something different in this game, and what we're going to do today is go back to KRDU, Raleigh Durham International Airport, and based on some findings by some fantastic people in the FeelThere Discord, we're going to be going to the busiest hour of the day here, which is apparently around 3 o'clock. We're going to do this in cloudy conditions using the world colour and world traffic stuff, so we're going to get real schedules, real flights and so on. I'm going to try and do an hour or so here at Raleigh Durham, and it's going to be another uncut episode as well, so let's get into it. Don't know why I blinked for so long then. Enjoy. Okay, here we are then in the tower at Raleigh Durham. We're going to get everything set up here. We're going to get our ADAS screen ready to go. I'm going to get rid of the POV. We're going to upscale the aircraft. We'll sort the size of them out when they come in. Get the radar screen all the way out. We've got American 2704 coming in already. Information is Delta. We've got barely any wind, well, no wind at all. They're going to be coming in on 5 left and 5 right. Let's have a look at our strips. We've got American 2704, which is a Boeing 737-800 on its way in. Let's just have a look around the airport of what we've got in each terminal then. So we've got a couple of exec jets down here. We've literally got one Southwest 737 and a Spirit Wings A320. It's not a Neo because it does not have the big engines or the winglets. The GA ramp, it looks about as busy as ever, to be honest with you. There's a few bits ready to get moving. Now let's have a look over here at the main terminal. So we've got a CRJ there, which has its interior lights on for the moment. Same with the 737 as well. We've got a Delta A321 with doors open. United 737 doors open as well on that. Same can't be said for those. We've got some Brickyard ready to go. That one, look, there's the difference. You see, you've got doors open on one, which means they're taking people on board, and then one without doors as well. We've got an A319 here as well, which is also taking passengers on board and doors open also on this Brickyard Embraer. So it's not a very full terminal. That's a very big Airbus A321, isn't it? I still think they're a little bit too big, but that's for them to decide and not me. Going to fly over to the cargo ramp and have a look. That is a DC-10, I believe, and it is a UPS DC-10, or is it an MD-11? No, it is an MD-11, isn't it, with the winglets looking like that. And we're going to hop back up to the tower. Hopefully my camera's not being janky again. It seems like it is. We're going to get this aircraft here, which is American 2704, calling up on approach any moment now. Don't think we're going to get anybody calling up to depart anytime soon by the look of it. We are definitely on at 5 left and 5 right. I did edit my camera to go back to this console screen for F6. F7 is currently overlooking the terminal like this. I'm just going to move it back slightly so we've got a bit of a better view of the entire airport from here. Just press Control F7 to save that camera in place, and then we can have a look round from here anyway, and zoom in whenever we need to. But it's very empty right now. You can tell that the morning rush has happened and the lunchtime rush and all the aircraft have gone out. But this is apparently the busiest hour in this airport's operating window. American 2704, runway 25 right, clear to land. Okay then, that clearly didn't go to plan. Oh yeah, I said 25 right. Why did I say that? To be honest, if we click on this strip, you can then see where it's going to go, where it's going to land. Now he wants to come in on 5 right. There's no point because he'll taxi all the way across the airfield and go there. So we may as well get him in on 5 left and then just get him down Foxtrot. So what we'll do is we'll ask him to American 2704, enter final runway 05 left. And then you'll see on the strip it's changed from 5 right to 5 left.
American 2704.
That's already something I wish that I'd included in my how-to video. American 2704, runway 05 left, clear to land. And now we've got another aircraft that's just popped up as well. And you can click on that, which is Delta 2335, and you'll see they're also going to be on that side as well. So as long as you've not given them clearance to land, you can tell them basically to go into or enter the final of a different runway. Again, something I probably should have included in my how-to video. But still, if people watch the videos enough, they'll figure out that you can do this sort of thing. It is very quiet here at KRDU right now, though. It doesn't look like we're going to get many aircraft at all on the... on departures anyway. What I just did there, by the way, if you click on an aircraft like this, and it brings them up and obviously highlights their strip down here. Also shows you where they're going to be on this screen. It will also have them sort of preloaded into here in case you wanted to type anything and call them, like, you know, do something like that, for example. Then all you need to do is just click delete or clear, not delete, don't get rid of them by accident. Click clear and it'll sort of unhighlight them, so it's not got it highlighted on the strip and it's not got them on the radar screen, and so on. I do like it here at the KRDU tower though. I'm just pressing E right now to go up and then Q to go back down, to be honest with you. I don't really use the F1 camera and move about that much, but it's just nice to be able to, it's almost just like you stand up at the desk, have a quick observe over the airport and then press F1 to sit back down again. American 2704 is not far out now. Just going to be coming into about 10 miles out. I think we've got these set as. So if we have a look, yeah, you can see just over there. Oh god, looks like a VF22 Osprey from distance. Is it VF22? No, it's just V22 Osprey, isn't it? Because the outline of the lights make it look black, basically, so you get these sort of big flickers on it. But they're going to be on final shortly. It sounded like there was a prop thing starting up just a moment ago. Need to zoom out. Excuse me. That's one frustrating thing, though, to be honest with you, is if you are zoomed in like this, say you on F1 and you like this, and you go to F2, it's very zoomed in as well. But if you then zoom out, you zoom out on that screen rather than anywhere else. So you need to zoom out here, then go back to that screen, and then zoom in again. I think there needs to be a bit of a workaround for that, to be honest with you. So, Delta has called up Lesser. Delta 2335, runway 05 left, clear to land. And then we're going to use the strip. You can see there's a slight tick there. It's very faint, but then we've given them clearance, so we know not to worry about them for this moment in time. That's a Boeing 757-200 as well, my favourite aircraft. My favourite commercial aircraft, anyway. We should have any moment now. Yep, there is American in the 737. Gear's going to come down nice and late on that. They are going to work on getting the aircraft to make sounds when they're taxiing out as well and pushing back, because at this present moment we only have sounds from the aircraft when they're on the ground, when they are approaching, like taxiing, sorry. I'm going to explain this again. We currently only have sounds from the aircraft when they're taxiing, when they have arrived. They make all these excellent sounds, and I mean, you'll agree, that sounds fantastic. Really good compared to the old game. Like the revs of the engine and so on. Excellent noises. But when they're pushing out, pushing back and taxiing out, they don't make any noise until they then fire up to take off. Which is a big shame, but like that, that sounds excellent. Can you imagine if we had that all the time? It'd be brilliant. My camera is just completely frozen, hasn't it? I think it's had a right fit. I'm not sure why, to be honest with you, but hopefully it fixes itself. Yeah, it just says you may be having performance issues. Thanks, camera. Thanks very, very much indeed. So what we need to do now is give American 2704 clearance to taxi, basically. American 2704, taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. And there you go, it sets that pattern there, and that yellow stripe, you see.
American 2704.
It can be a bit faint sometimes, so you really do need to be careful and look out for that. And of course, they are still highlighted on our screen, so what we can do is, if you don't want that anyway, is go down there and, well, you should be able to press clear anyway. Let's press it from here. No. Okay. You can hear them out the window though, which I think is quite cool. Can you hear that? Maybe. You might be able to in the video, I'm not sure. Anyway, we've got Delta 2335 now coming into land. They've been given clearance. They are on the ground. American 2704. We are going to have... Oh.
Delta 2415 with information Del 2. Requesting push and start.
That's this one here that's ready to get going. Any moment now we should have our 757. There they are, just out there, you see. Ready to make their way in. So we're going to hop back up into the tower. And we're going to give them permission to push back. Delta 2415, pushback approved. Expect runway 05 left.
Ground 05.
And they will now get pushing
back.
back.
Delta 2415.
So the gate is now moving away from them. And they're going to push back and get ready to go. I've got no idea why my camera is performing like absolute arse, to be honest with you. I can see it in the corner of my eye here that it's jumping around like mad. It might not be when it comes to the actual recording, but I've seen it happen before, I'm afraid. Here comes the 757. All my graphics settings, by the way, are on low with the objects turned off as well. Like, everything's on as low as it can be, and it still looks great in comparison to the old game. 757 coming in. Lovely. Let's go over to the 737. You'll listen here to the noise. Fantastic. I think it looks really nice, that 7.3. I like a 737-800. They're going to taxi in. And for any of you that make schedules and stuff, by the way, they do actually have the gate numbers on the floor now at the airports, which I think is quite amazing. So when you're doing all the terminal files and stuff, you know which gates are going to apply to what. So you can choose what sort of airline you get at each one, so there shouldn't be any issues with any aircraft sort of colliding with each other or overlapping, which is nice to have. Okay, let's get that 757 taxiing back to the gate, shall we? Delta 2335. Taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. And now, Delta 2415 is going to tell us they're ready to go.
Ramp via Foxtrot. Delta 2335.
Raleigh ground.
Yep.
Delta 2415 ready to taxi.
Delta 2415, runway 05 left via Bravo. And then we've got whatever this is.
Runway 05 left via Bravo.
Sounded surprised by that.
Delta 2415.
That's this thing.
Raleigh ground. Jet card 451 with information Delta. Ready to start.
You still got your steps down. Jet card. By the sound of it. Jet card 451. Approved. Expect runway 05 right. For the smaller stuff, you don't have to say pushback approved. You just say approved to basically say
Jet card 451.
start your engines and get on with it. Here's a 757 taxiing. Oh, I love a 757. Absolutely love a 757. It's such a shame that they're going to be going out of service for so many airlines in the next year or so. We've not got many of them flying over here in Europe at the moment. I know there's a lot of Delta and United ones, but unfortunately over here we've only got Jet2 holidays that fly them. FedEx have a lot, UPS, DHL as well, but they're all just going to be freighters now, and it's a huge shame. There's a lot in like places like Azerbaijan, and China have I think it's S7 or no, S7's Russian. It's like S2 or something like that, and they're just a hell of a cool looking SF, that's it. SF Airlines, they've got really cool liveries, so if you have a look at them, you'll see what I mean. Let's have a look on the radar. We've got nothing coming in on approach anytime soon. Delta 2415, runway 05 left, cleared for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Now, look, this is where it's important to check. So Delta is going to be taxiing past United's gate. So we're going to wait for Delta to go past before we get United out of there. Jet card 451, runway 05 right at Alpha 2. And you'll see that's just changed there. We may as well get them to go on there rather than going all the way down. It understands Alpha 2, which is a nice thing to have, to be honest, because like I've said, sometimes they just do not understand what you're saying. So they've been told to take off, so we're going to pop them in there. They've been told to taxi. We've not given them pushback clearance yet, though. And we've also got rid of American 2704.
Raleigh Tower, American 173.
That's gone, but Delta 2335 is still on our radar. 05 right for American 173. Let's highlight them and have a look where they're going to be. Again, we can tell them to enter final on 05 left. American 173, enter final, runway 05 left. Now you've got to say heavy for it to work. American 173 heavy, runway 05 left. I'll get this right, I promise. American 173 heavy, enter final, runway 05 left. Now it's a Boeing 777-200, so that is a big boy.
American 173 heavy.
United 2428 pushback approved, expect runway 05 left. Now that Delta's cleared them, we can get them to push back, which is nice. Delta's going to be gone in just a moment.
Ground 05 left pushback approved.
American 173 is going to enter that in just a moment, so we'll give them landing clearance. American 173 heavy, runway 05 left, cleared to land. That ticker's gone because that has worked. The next one is NKS 167, which is going to be Spirit Wings. Now, they're going to be coming in on 05 right, and that's fine because if we look here, they're going to be parking on that side of the airfield. So they're going to come in this side and just taxi around there. I know that Spirit Wings and Southwest go to that terminal over there, so we don't need to worry about them so much when they're on 05 right. But it's just worth checking those runways anyway to make sure you've got everyone lined up where you want them. We've told them to taxi for 05 left, which puts the strip over there. They're squawking a 4-digit code down here as well now, which means they're gone and they're done, so we can put them in the bin. This is very lovely indeed. We're going to clear that so it's not got them highlighted anymore, and we're just managing things nicely. KRDU is supposed to be, apparently, a very busy airport, but to me, doesn't seem so. There's a lot of stuff go on in the morning from that terminal in particular, but it's not the busiest, and it's very nice to do as well because there's a lot of space here. It's very easy to guide the aircraft around. You know, there's not a million taxiways where they can all crash into each other. It's quite nice to see, and it's a very, very easy airport to control, I'd say. United 2428, runway 05 left via Bravo. So they're going to get going to Bravo, but yeah, I tend to have the rule that if there's an aircraft in this ring here, I do not let anything depart. You can always delay departures. You cannot always delay arrivals until you tell them to go around. That's what I always say anyway. So if you have an arrival coming in, prioritise that. You can wait for departures to get out. So United's going to taxi down there. We'll get a look at that. There they are just there. Oh, God, sorry. They're going to be taxiing down there now, and then they're going to make their way through this little chicane, and then they're going to wait short of this runway. We're going to have that Boeing 777 in sight soon. You can see it's got a massive wingspan on it. I do love a Boeing 777, though. Absolute monsters of an aircraft.
Spirit Wings 167 on final 05 right.
Spirit Wings 167, runway 05 right, clear to land. Then we go down to the strips. I've got a lot better at managing the strips as well, actually. It's something that's not easy to do, but if you spend a bit more time up here in the tower looking at it rather than just staring at the planes like I normally do, then you can definitely keep on top of them a lot easier. Don't really use this screen very much because at the end of the day I don't use the real weather. You can see that the wind has sort of moved slightly, but it's not actually blowing much or any of a gale at all, so we don't need to worry too much about that. What we're going to do, though, is we're not going to give... Oh, no, we are going to give them clearance. We're going to give... is it jet card? We're going to give them clearance for immediate takeoff because once they taxi past that bit, they tend to speed up. Let's quickly have a look at American coming in. This massive 777. It's a 777-200, though, not a 300. So it's a beefy boy, but it's not a long boy. I do like a 777-200, though, so we are going to go check this out. Camera seems all right at the minute. Sorry, I know that... I get really paranoid about my videos being of poor quality, and I don't want stuff sort of ruining that. Look at that. What a noise it makes as well. So that is probably going to go to this gate over here, which are the sort of heavy gates on the end. It's going to go to one of these, I imagine. I think these have probably got a H after the C25A, C25R, C24RJ, which is regional jet. It might go onto this one here. But it's going to go on one of them gates anyway, and I can check that by clicking that. Yes, so what it's going to do is go to, I think, this one here. Yes, it's going to go to this, C21. Doesn't really matter, we're going to tell it to go there anyway. There's nothing on approach for 05 left now, so United 2428, runway 05 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. We did say jet card was going to get clearance, but to be honest, it's going to be a slow aircraft, so I'm not going to give them clearance. Watch this. American 173, taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. I didn't say heavy. American 173 heavy, taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to fly down. And we're going to listen to this because it's going to make a good noise because I'm that much of a child.
Taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. American 173 heavy.
That sounds fantastic, I think.
Flight work 720 with information Delta.
I'm interested to see how this rotates, actually. Oh, no. Whoa. Good job. Good job indeed. What was that? Flight work 720 approved. Expect runway 05 right. Brickyard 5675 pushback approved. Expect runway 05 left. Endeavour 4743 pushback approved. Expect runway 05 left. Alright, let's catch up on the strips. They're squawking, so they've gone. We've given them taxi, taxi, taxi. They have landed. They have also just... Well, they're also... Well, they're about to land. Technically, we should sort of put them back here. No, there. Get it right, Chaz. Come on. Is there anyone on approach? There is not. United's about to contact departure. Boom.
With information Delta. Requesting push and start.
We'll get jet card 451, runway 05 right. Line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. So as soon as Spirit Wings, which should be there.
05 right, line up and wait behind
Yeah, there you
next
go.
landing aircraft. Jet card 451.
So jet card's going to line up behind Spirit Wings,
720 ready to taxi.
which is now touching down, and we're going to pop it over there. Where is American Heavy? You can see it just lining up with the gate there. Look at the size of a 777 compared to everything else around it. Isn't it just amazing? Wow, it's a big beefy sod. And they've turned the engines off, and they are sorted. So they're now going to be enjoying themselves. Oh, sorry, I've done it again. We need to zoom out before we go back to this. What else is going on? Can flight work get going?
Rolling ground. Brickyard 5675 ready to taxi.
Jet card 451, runway 05 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. I'm not going to give them that just because Spirit Wings is only just turning.
Endeavour 4743 ready to taxi.
Jet card 451, runway 05 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Brickyard 5675, runway 05 left via Bravo. Endeavour 4743, runway 05 left via Bravo. Flight work Spirit Wings 167, taxi to ramp via Alpha. Flight work 720, runway 05 right at Alpha 2. Boom. Okay, so
Runway 05
that's walking.
right, cleared for
They're gone.
immediate takeoff upon
They're
reaching
in.
altitude 1000, contact
Oh,
departure.
Spirit Wings,
Jet card 451.
come back,
Runway
Spirit Wings.
05 left via Bravo.
JetBlue has called up.
Brickyard
No, they've not.
5675. Runway
Is that Spirit Wings we
left
can hear?
via Bravo. Endeavour 4743. Taxi to ramp.
Oh wow, you're noisy.
Spirit Wings 167.
Wow.
Runway 05 right at Alpha 2. Flight work 720.
Flight workers a noisy sausage, aren't you? Flipping heck. There's not going to be anything coming in on... Oh, which way's JetBlue coming in? Let's check which runway JetBlue's going to be on that side. So we're going to ask them to JetBlue 27... They're not even called up yet, Chaz. Flipping heck. Hold your horses. Brickyard 5675, runway 05 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. So what you get basically is immediate takeoff means that they roll onto the runway, they don't stop, and they just carry on and get going. When you give them normal takeoff clearance without saying immediate, they roll onto the runway, they stop for a second, and then they get going.
On final 05 right.
JetBlue 2783, enter final runway 05 left. Check the strip, and that has changed as you see there.
Runway 05 left. JetBlue 2783.
And then straight away we're going to give them
Raleigh
clearance.
Tower.
No.
JetBlue 2783 at runway 05 left.
JetBlue 2783, runway 05 left, clear to land. We've given them clearance.
Runway
Spirit
05
Wings
left, cleared to land.
167 is just
JetBlue
going to disappear now.
2783.
And... Come on. Boop. No? There we go. Right, so we can get rid of their strip now, so they're gone. So these are the ones we have to worry about at the moment, because we've still got, even though Brickyard's rolling, we've still got them in our airspace, and they've not contacted departure yet, so we're not going to get rid of them completely. We do then have JetBlue coming in. We've given them ground clearance, or, well, landing clearance anyway, so that's why they've moved over to there. Let's give Flightwork 720 immediate takeoff clearance. Everything seems to taxi really slowly there. Look at the taxi speed of Endeavour compared to Flightwork past this apron here. They go really slowly, and I'm not sure why. Flight work 720, runway 05 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 05 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
And we can get Endeavour out of here as well.
Contact departure. Flight work 720.
Endeavour 4743, runway 05 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beautiful. So let's go and have a look at Endeavour, shall we? There's that big beast of a 777. And Endeavour is, of course, a CRJ. We can't go any further than that by the look of it. That's a shame. Get to see them taxiing out, though. Beacons on. And, yeah, we've still got JetBlue a while out yet, so they're not going to be causing any issues for us. Get going. Come on. Come on. Wiggle. Sorry, I'll admit I'm doing that because I can see that my camera's stuttering. I'm trying to close programs and stuff to help it. I still don't understand how the tiny engines on a CRJ propel that thing fast enough to get it in the air. I really don't massively fancy CRJs. It's a very American thing, isn't it? There they go anyway. They're away. The 757's all parked up now as well. Look at that. You can definitely see why the A321 is replacing the 757. It's almost a carbon copy now with the proportions of it. Flight work 720 still hasn't made it down to the runway yet. JetBlue is within 10 miles anyway. They're going to be popping in just a moment's time. While that's happening though, I'll show you this very quickly. These are my graphics settings. Look, overall quality is low. Motion blur is off. Texture quality is low. Decor objects are low. So I have no idea why still my camera chooses to have a fit when I play this game. I know I go on about it a lot, but again, I care a lot about the quality of my videos. You know, I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't get a lot of views and so on, but I want those views that I do get, I want them to enjoy what I'm putting out. This isn't the sort of busy lunchtime that I expected, you know. I did think we'd get a lot more than this, but it seems like it's not a massive busy time of day. We're going to get JetBlue landing in just a second. We do have them on the strips there. We've got Endeavour squawking. We've also got Brickyard squawking as well. Flight work, we're told to depart. They're going to be going out just there. You can see them just on the runway. Just as JetBlue comes into land. That's quite cool, isn't it? JetBlue landing over here. Flight work getting going just over there. JetBlue's going to touch down about 4 miles down the runway. There you go. They touch down as flight work gets rolling in there. Whoa! Hey, up! Apparently it's a Harrier. Look at that go. Look at that climb. Flipping echo. I hope they didn't have a drink. There they go. Okay, so they're going to go and contact departure now so we can get rid of them. They're squawking a code already. JetBlue is on the ground. And we're going to give them taxi clearance to the terminal. JetBlue 2783, taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. It's very simple here at KRDU, I must admit.
Taxi to ramp via Foxtrot. JetBlue 2783.
So why does he sound like he's questioning his own call sign? Little Embraer. You'll see the spoilers go down as well in just a sec. There they go. And they're going to taxi straight there. Sounds like somebody was starting up some sort of prop or something a moment ago. Is anybody on here with... Yes. Ah, right. It wasn't you that was calling up before, was it? Because you still had your stairs down. That's what I was on about. You do get the nav lights that come on quite a while before they go out, actually. Just wanted to have a quick look around and see if there's anything else. Any nav lights or anything from you lot over here? No beacons, nothing. No one ready to go out, no. Oh, excuse me. What about over here? Oh, yes. This one will be calling up any moment now because they've got their beacon light on the top. Don't think anybody else will be. No. Okay, so it'll be Brickyard calling up any moment now. They're going to be just down here. Other than that, though, it's very quiet. JetBlue are about to taxi into their gate as well, which we will go and watch. Give us a bit of entertainment. There you go. That'll be Brickyard then. Ready to go. Look how close they got to the back of that 777 there. I'm not quite sure you should get that close, to be honest with you. Maybe that's not quite right. Look at the size of a 777 though compared to the Embraer. That's fantastic, isn't it, to get the two of them right next to each other like that. That's very close though, isn't it, in terms of wingtip. But again, when you see these aircraft individually, you don't realise how massive they are, or the size difference. But a 777 is a big old jet. JetBlue now powering down next to the big old beefy 777. Okay, so that was Brickyard 3660. Pushback approved. Expect runway 05 left. Again, we'll go and have a look.
Ground 05 left, pushback approved. Brickyard 3660.
That's this little sausage here. Again, I don't know why my camera's dying. I can see it out the corner of my eye over there. It's a terrible frame rate. I do like these little Republic things. They're quite cute, aren't they, to be fair? I think they're different aircraft, though. Is one of them a 175 and one a 170? Like, this is the 175 and that's the 170, because this seems to have more windows and a different shaped nose, potentially. Unless that's just the angle. Still. There he goes. Push back. Let's check the strips as well. We've given them clearance. They're all in. We've literally got one aircraft on frequency at the minute, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest, considering it's such a big airport. Nothing else even coming on the approach just now, which again seems quite a shame. Go to F7 and you can see the action underway. So it's 3660. They're going to call up for taxi clearance any moment now. Unbranded drink.
Raleigh ground. Delta 1652 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Well, you've called up very quickly. That's that Airbus A321 there. You've come out of nowhere, love. Delta 1652, pushback approved. Expect runway 05 left.
Ground 05
So you'll see that gate get moving now.
Approved. Delta 1652.
These will call up now because they're ready.
Raleigh ground. Brickyard 3660 ready to taxi.
Brickyard 3660, runway 05 left via Bravo. But you'll see, this is the main difference for me, is that there's no sounds coming from that as it's taxiing. Now, if we had the noises that we get when they land and they taxi in, when they taxi out, that would be amazing, but we don't have that at the minute, and it's a real shame. But still, it's stuff they can fix, it's stuff they can change, so we'll see. I just love that. I just love watching that because it's a better vantage point than we had on Tower 3D Pro, and you can put it wherever you want as well. You can just pop it further down. Oh, wrong key, Chaz. You can pop it further down here like this, and it's almost like if you sat on a car park or sat on this hotel building from distance. You know, if you're watching like a proper plane spotter, you know, you can just watch the aircraft from distance, and it's just really cool. And you still get that cool... I don't know if this is cool or not. I hate using the word cool because it's not cool in itself, and I've said it way too many times within a minute now. But it's the fact that you get buildings in the way of aircraft and you only see a tail for a little bit. For me, that's such an iconic thing about plane spotting, is that like you just get the top of that American tail there and then that one there. I love that, and I don't know why. I just think it's really, really mega that you get that sort of blockage from the buildings and so on. There's not going to be anything coming in, so Brickyard's going to get straight up clearance. Brickyard 3660, runway 05 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And that's how you do it. Delta 1652, runway 05 left via Bravo. Let's sort them out on the strip, shall we? We've given them takeoff clearance. There's nothing coming in at all.
Brickyard 3660.
Nothing strenuous going on either.
Delta
Oh.
1652.
Sounds like someone's starting something up. Is it one of you lot over there? It's definitely nav lights from whatever that is. That'll be calling up before you know it. There's the two Spirit Wings machines in the southwest. This is definitely the colourful livery terminal, isn't it? I must admit, I don't really fancy American-based airliners because, I don't know, it's just all white, blue, red and grey, and it's all a bit formal and proper. I like fancy, colourful liveries. We get a lot of them in Europe. But look, now we get noises now it's taking off. You know what I mean? It's a shame. Oh, there goes Brickyard. And they're going to be squawking. Come on, Chaz, get the right screen. Yeah, they're already squawking a code, and we know that they're going to have a successful takeoff, so we're going to leave them to it. We'll look down there, and you'll see them. I still can't get over how much prettier this game is than the old one. It's a mad difference. We can sort of walk over to this side of the tower, look, and look out this window, which is nice. There they go. Again, that's just using WASD, and then E and Q to go up and down. There goes Brickyard. Press F1, go straight back to your desk. Boom, F2 goes to that screen. Delta 1652 is going to get clearance as well because there's nothing coming in. And then I think we're going to call it a day because there's not really much else going on, I'm afraid. Delta 1652, runway 05 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. This has been tipped as the busiest hour in this airport's schedule. Take Keith.
Delta 1652.
Oh god. Sometimes I can be a little bit too fast with the camera. Whoa, she's cracking on, she is. Really getting on with it. In the A321. Tail's too small on an A321. Just saying it. Just is. We're going to get some sounds now. So we'll watch this take off, and then I'm afraid that'll be us from KRDU. It's very quiet here around lunchtime. It's nice to see a big 777 come in, which is good. You know, we get a big beefy plane come in. There's the tower all the way up there, and the general aviation ramp over the other side as well. I think maybe the motion smoothing might be doing something with my frame rate. I'm not sure. Either way, here's Delta on its way out now, and this will be it.
Raleigh ground, Chronos 724 with information Delta, ready to start.
Well, maybe a bit of an anticlimax, but that was half an hour at least at KRDU at lunchtime, which is meant to be the most busy hour for it. There are people with custom schedules for this airport as well, which I know will probably include a lot more movements because places like KLGA, LaGuardia, you've seen me control that place before. It can be crazy. I've got a few plans of different stints to do there as well in videos in future. But hopefully this is a bit more of a chilled one, just gives you another idea of how to work it at a different airport. I know I've not made a video on this place yet, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I certainly do. I love this game to pieces. I really do. And hopefully in the next episode we'll have a little bit more chaos and plenty more aircraft on frequency. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.